My sweet and lovely Pisces, this is your horoscope for August 2024. And August will be a bit of a challenging month to say from the beginning, but stay positive. You know, the universe loves positivity and loves positive people. That's how it gives back. You know, if you, the more higher vibration you're on, the more positive and better experiences, bright experiences happen in your life as a result. So stay positive and stay on a light note, as you are guys usually staying on. My dear Pisces. Now August seems like will catch you busy at work, because work matters are coming forth, and also your rest house, house of vacation, is coming forward too. And it's logical because August at the end of the day is the last month of summer season, and use it, take a rest. And August in general is better to chill and to have a vacation rather than making some important decisions, thanks to Mercury, because Mercury will be retrograding, meaning moving backwards and slowing down. And Mercury being a planet of communication and signing contracts, we need Mercury to be sharp, to be direct, when we open business, when we sign important deals, when we negotiate, because Mercury rules commerce and trade. Also, Mercury is the, we need a chart when we do plastic surgeries or buy something important, something expensive, especially related to technology, like phones, computers, and quite a lot of stuff about Mercury. I have a whole separate video on Mercury retrograde on my channel. I think it was April month, and make sure to check that video, because I included there a lot of tips of what to do during Mercury retrograde and of what not advisable to do during Mercury retrograde, and to postpone important things and delay important things until September, because that's what better to do during Mercury retrograde. And even if you happen to do like important papers and signatures, let's say opening business, during Mercury retrograde, doing those things seems like, and doing plastic surgery especially, or any kind of surgeries, just so you remember that you might regret about the result, and you might redo those things, or contracts might come with some mistakes, some mix-ups, or even some missing clause, and you might re-sign the contract at the later stage. Or you might also, if you do plastic surgeries, you might be disappointed by the results, or also disappointed by your purchases of expensive things, and you might need to sort of exchange and change them, or they might come with some flaws, and you might need some fixing there. Now, anyhow, during Mercury retrograde, to be honest, really better to be chill, on the safe side. Now, August will start with new moon on 4th of August in your house of work. That's an amazing place to host new moon, because new moons are all about new beginnings, new stories, and it's happening at 12 degrees, meaning those of you who are born around 4th of March, plus or minus 5 days, will be affected the most by this new moon. And this new moon will bring to you guys a new job, new position, new career path. It's an amazing one. Seize this opportunity, my dear Pisces, because this new moon will be supported by planet of luck and happiness, Jupiter, and planet of expansion, and it's your ancient ruler, and also it rules your career house in your natal chart. Now, Jupiter being your career ruler, it's supporting that new moon. Seems like whatever new job you're accepting, you will stay there for a long term, and it seems like your reputation will rise on that position, in that industry, and in that company. Now, Jupiter will not be alone supporting that new moon. Mars will join, Jupiter, and Mars and Jupiter, they both will be in your house of family and house of home. Seems like your family will be supportive one, and in some cases, it might be that your family will help you to get this opportunity of a new job or a new position. could be some totally new different company, or could be at your company your position is changing to a higher one, and Mars rules your house of income naturally in your natal chart. Seems like the salary that is coming with new job title is will be amazing one. You will want to have that salary. Mars is the planet of desire and action, and it's actually right now in your house of home. Seems like you want to provide for your family more. Let's say you want to be generous in your family. And it seems like some of you might want to buy an apartment or real estate, craving to have some sort of a property. And this job will be perfect one and will help you to seize that opportunity in the near future, or even now, to some of you. Now, this is perfect one, because it's happening in your job section. Please do let me know in the comments if that is happening. Specifically, I'm speaking to those who were born around 4th of March, because this new moon will be speaking to you directly. And for some of you, it might be totally about like health and not related to work. If you say that my work is perfect and everything is fine and nothing is happening there, then it might be about health related activities. You might start a new schedule, like sort of new routine, because sixth house is also like our daily routine, our activities, what we do on a daily basis. Like, it might be some sort of new schedule there happening, because maybe you moved somewhere, because you immigrated somewhere. This could be the reason, because Jupiter and Mars is exactly in immigration house, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Seems like if you've been, if you've moved somewhere, or if you got a let's say citizenship of some other country or residence permit, because that's what indicated in this new moon's chart. Because of that, you might totally change your schedule, your everyday life. There is some sort of change to your routine and your work situation. This is perfect one. And also, sixth house is the house of those who serve to us, like those who work under us. If you are a manager, this is specifically for you. Or if you have a nanny, or those kind of things. Like if you have assistants, it might be you will hire new sort of people who will work for you, like assistants at work, or nannies, or whoever actually who works under you. There might be new people coming. And there might be some like foreigners could be too, because Jupiter is the indicator of all things foreign, and all people foreign. And that new job position, if that's your case, that you will get might involve also relocation somewhere, like moving somewhere, immigrating somewhere. And this is amazing, isn't it? This will be perfect one, because this will broaden your higher mind, this opportunity. I'm really so much happy for you guys. You deserve it all. And please do let me know what this new moon brought into your life. Let me be happy for you too. Also, sixth house, because I said it's about health. It might be simply as hitting the gym, having a new sort of sense of well-being, and you might start doing sport. And even installing some sort of sport equipments at your home. This could be a possibility too. Or your mom will push you to do so, to start doing sport, and will help you to start with a new well-being routine. Now, next day, FIFA focus, we have Venus, planet of love and beauty, moving into your 7th house. Heavenly position, my dear Pisces. This is perfect one. Venus in 7th house. We all love Venus in 7th house. Why? Because Venus in 7th house, 7th house is all about love. It's all about committed partnerships. It's all about marriage house. And Venus here will make your marriage sugar sweet if you're married. And if you're a long-term partnership, it also will have the same effect. And If you say that I'm single, or I'm not married and it's not about love, then it might be about your business, because seventh house is also about committed business partnerships. It might be your business partners. You will be enjoying working with them together. And, Venus in the seventh house is amazing because you will be attractive to your spouse, like falling in love all over again, this kind of situation. Now, same day, 5th of August, we have Mercury, planet of communication and signing contracts, going retrograde until 28th of August, and it's retrograding in your seventh house. Now, here, first half of August, your ex-partners, ex-lovers might contact you, or you might be tempted to contact them. If you don't have a desire to mend the relationship, better not to contact. This is astrological advice, because at the later stage, you might all of a sudden, when Mercury goes direct, you might realize why at the first place you broke up with that person. So better to, keep your passion and be patient during this period, and not to be tempted to call your exes or text them. And if they do text them, better to ignore if you don't have any other desire. Now, uh, because Mercury is moving backwards, it will slip into your house of work after 15th of August. So meaning for the next half, second half of August, that will be the period when your ex co-workers, like your colleagues or ex-manager, might contact you, or you might be dealing with a lot of errands there. And considering that you've got a new job position by the beginning of August, it might be that you will be dealing with papers with your previous company after 15th of August, after you announce that you're leaving your position, let's say, or your company, the company that you work for. And it might be all about like dealing with the paperwork there, or simply like contacting the colleagues that you worked before, or like those things, and also in some cases it might be about health. Again, you might be going for checkups, going to check up some things that you've done before, or the results might be coming in during this Mercury retrograde in your sixth house after 15th of August, results of your analysis, let's say, or checkups that you've done before. Now, second part of August will be bumpy one, a bit of a challenging. So my advice here, stay positive. Whole second part of August is a bit of a challenge, because all the planets in the sky will be in argument with each other for no reason. Let's say that way. And it will all start with full moon. Now, 19th of August, we have full moon in your 12th house, in your hidden house. 12th house is the house of past, and it's the house of private place, where we want to stay hidden, and all our secrets are there, and also our subconscious mind. And 12th house is the house of rest, when we crave for vacation, sort of, for going somewhere near sea, in the nature, this kind of things, And also 12th house is all about isolated places like islands and hospitals, libraries, let's say. And also 12th house is all about where we want to sit and concentrate, work on about something, like very concentrated work, to stay alone, in privacy, behind the doors. Now, this full moon will be happening at 27 degrees, meaning those of you who are born 17th of March, plus or minus 5 days, will be affected the most by this full moon. And meaning, those of you who are born by the end of the Pisces season will be affected the most. And universe, and this full moon specifically, will be talking directly to you, my dear Pisces. Now, this full moon's ruler is Uranus, and Uranus will be making harsh angle to that full moon. Uranus is the planet of surprises, and you never know what kind of news might come in into your life around this full moon. And full moons usually about conclusions to some situations that were already there in your life, unfolding. Or another functionality full moon has, they are putting light into someone or some situation that needs your attention, that needs your immediate reaction and action. Now, Uranus will be making very harsh angle to that full moon from your house of communication, third house. And third house is also about house of deals, house of signing contracts, and also a house of like people that we communicate daily. For example, your siblings, if you have them, or neighbors, or immediate relatives, like close relatives. Now, Uranus naturally rules your 12th house, and full moon is happening exactly in that 12th house. And it seems like your past is coming forth here around full moon. Full moons in 12th house sometimes might reveal secret. And here, because this full moon has an element of surprise, seems like you might get surprised by some sort of a secret. And be ready if your secret will be spilled out, there is a possibility of that, so watch out to whom you are sharing your secrets, because by the end of August, all the secrets might be revealed of someone else's or yours, and in a very surprising way, and you might not like it actually. And full moon in the 12th house, it might be also about travel somewhere. For example, you've been planning to travel somewhere, but when this full moon hits, seems like you will be hindered, or you might need to delay that travel or totally cancel it for some reasons, for example, related to your brothers and sisters or your relatives, or to some obligations that you have in front of them. And also it might be some courses that you've started, and because of them you might not be able to travel as you planned, like some short distance travels. Or you might have been planning somewhere far, but as a result you will be planning somewhere near, traveling somewhere near, because Uranus is in a short distance travel house, so somewhere where like maximum 2-3 hours of ride or a flight could be. Third house is the house of ideas and communications, telephones, computers, and it might be some information is coming in during this full moon that won't be so much of a pleasure, and at the same time it might shock you. It might be related to your siblings or to your relatives in some cases, and in other cases it might be related to let's say hospital or prisons, or even or someone who are living very far from you, like in some different islands or some different faraway countries. It might be also the possibility that you might learn something new about those people and places that will shock you. Also, there is a nice possibility of dreaming something very supernatural. Full moon in the 12th house is about our subconscious mind, tapping into our mind, deeper mind, and some knowledge might be communicated to you through your dreams, or you might go through regressions, or some sort of meditation. You might go through this kind of sessions, or maybe psychological therapy that might be quite a revelation for you during that therapy, about your past or about the work that you've done. And that work most probably will be done in solitude, or already done in solitude when you had alone time, private time. Now, 12th house is also about releasing something, because this is our last house of the horoscope. It's about release. It's about loss, This is a very good full moon if you want to quit smoking or quit drinking, because this full moon will help you to do so in a very shocking way, but in a positive way, and once and for all kind of thing. So your addictions might be also dropped, some sort of traumas also here. 12th house is all about our childhood traumas, and this full moon might help you to release them. To also, 12 houses, as I said, about isolated places like hospitals or prisons. You might receive a news that someone is getting released from a prison, or like your release of the prison too might be happening, because full moon is, a conclusion of your restriction, because 12th house is the house of restrictions. Like, for example, serving in army also here. It might be that you are, let's say, coming back home now, and this will be at the same time surprising and at the same time happy news. Now, on the other part of the sky, there is a bunch of other planets who will be arguing with each other, totally not related to full moon. And those planets are Saturn, planet of work and responsibilities, that is transiting your sign, will oppose Venus, planet of love and beauty, that is transiting your house of love, partnerships and business partnerships. Now, Saturn at the same time will make harsh angle to Jupiter and Mars together, that are transiting your house of family. Now you see how your close ones, like people close to your heart and within your family, are here involved. It seems like you might have some sort of a disagreement with your loved ones, either with your husband or wife, or committed like a partner, long-term partner, or also there might be involved your mother or your family in general, because you yourself involved there too, because Saturn is in your house, or they might oppose your style of living or your decision. Some sort of thing is happening here about career and money. There might be disagreement around that within your family and with your loved one. And if it's not about family, then that disagreement in a business wise might be related to real estate and your business partner or contractor that you're hiring to build that house, or to help you to buy, that real estate. It might be even a bank, as your business partner, let's say, because wherever we need a signature to sign our deal between you and someone else, that is your partnership house, which is under 7th house. And here it might be anything or anyone, like banks or financial institution, or your spouse, like better half. And in the business wise here, it seems like there might be some sort of situation with the funding from banks or from your business partners or investors, actually, that you are attracting in order to build and buy some real estate of whichever purpose. There is a possibility that the topic of argument might be also the ownership of that real estate. It might be the ownership, and someone from your family might not like it, like your sweetheart, or let's say your siblings or your mother. The possibility that there will be some argument over the ownership of the real estate. I can give you as much as like possible, like examples, as many as possible, but the point here is that some sort of argument is happening within your family and with your better half. Either case, you should relate into your situation. Now, 22nd of August, we have Sun moving into your sweetheart house. Now, those of you who are married and those of you who are in a committed relationships, you will enjoy by the end of August, because Sun will be exactly shining through that house, and your attention will switch to your partner in love or business. And 28th of August, we have Mercury going direct. Finally, after 3 weeks of retrograde, Mercury will go direct. But let me tell you to allow Mercury 10 days after it goes direct, because it needs to regain its power to move full force, to finally make everything clear and be in an active mode. So if you have important deals and contracts to sign, or plastic surgeries to do, or to buy expensive purchases, then do it after 10th of September. Allow Mercury to regain its power, my dear Pisces. Now, this was your horoscope for August. Stay positive, stay on the brighter side, stay tuned for September. Love you all, and bye bye.